Welcome back to Six Pennies Podcast. It is Thursday, so you guys know what that means. It's Pocket Change Thursday. And on that note, we are actually going to be doing a second giveaway. We've did a giveaway at the very beginning, maybe a couple months ago when we hit 100 likes on Facebook. We're doing another one today because, to be honest, we're almost at the end of our first supply of questions from you guys. So hopefully you guys get a chance to check out our Facebook post. We're doing a giveaway for a secret prize. It's not going to be the same prize as last time. Last time was a Starbucks gift card. This prize is different, a little more valuable. That's a little more valuable. So you're probably going to either love it or be like, what am I going to do with this thing? But if you don't like it, then you can always sell it. And again, it is more value than the first one. So there's a plus. But yeah, all you need to do is check out our Facebook page and comment on the post there with any suggestions for future podcast topics. And we'll obviously, you can see we're covering 2 or 3 of them every week. So we'll definitely get to it at some point. This week, we are going to be covering 2 questions. First one comes from Chelsea Chen, and she kind of just asked for an Astros season preview. Since we're a little more diverse here, I think I'm the only true Astros fan of the 3 of us. We're going to just expand it to kind of a baseball season preview in general, or just general thoughts. I don't think a lot of people know this, maybe not even you guys, but baseball's starting really soon, next week. So we'll
I don't know
start
what you're talking about, Mark. I love baseball. I love the Astros. I am a huge fan.
Wait,
Unfortunately, I don't know anything about them, so I'm just going to mute my phone and let you guys talk.
Yeah, exactly. Because on the Google Doc, Timmy wrote mute button for baseball.
Astros are going to be awesome this year. That's what I know.
No, that's all you need to know. So yeah, I'm obviously Astros fan. He's born and raised in Houston. I have really high hopes for the team this year. I fully expect us to win the division and make the playoffs. Hopefully, maybe at 2 or 3 seed. I'd be very happy with that. We made a lot of acquisitions, some big name ones like Carlos Beltran coming back home, maybe 10 years too late. But at the same time, we only signed him for like a year or 2, so it's not too bad at all. And we signed a catcher, McCann, and got a couple more arms to kind of throw out there onto the mound. But we, as many of you may know, or hopefully all of you know, Albert is our Dallas guy, so he's a big Texas Rangers fan who also play in the AL West. So, Albert, what are your thoughts about? Let's start with AL West. What do you think?
Yeah, that's a great segue. I've been saying this since 2011 when we blew the World Series away, and we haven't recovered since. But I really do think this is the year that Houston will overtake Texas in the division. I just think there's too much young talent, too much old talent, veteran savviness on the Astros roster right now for Texas to really compete. And I mean, Texas, from a Rangers perspective, we just don't know who the pitchers are going to be. Outside of Cole Hamels and Yu Darvish, we just don't have any arms in terms of starting pitching, and so that's a huge question mark. We still haven't really shored up our outfield. That's a huge question mark, unless you consider ex-Astro Carlos Gomez as the answer. And I mean, he did.
Is he still there?
He did play amazingly well at the end of the last year when we picked him up from Houston, and then he's been having a great spring. But I mean, to do it over 160 games, it's a big ask for someone like Carlos Gomez.
Yeah, is your pitching healthy right now with the Cole and you?
Yeah, they're both good. They're both good and ready to rock. So I'm excited about that. But then I was also excited about them heading into the playoffs last year, and they both played terribly. So who knows,
I don't know. I'm a little scared. I'm a little wary of your comments. I feel like you're being a little too nice to the Astros. So I don't know if this is just one long reverse jinx or what.
I mean, I'm always intending to reverse jinx Houston Astros. So even though I can live with myself and say that I'm a Rockets fan for this year and how I was a Rockets fan growing up, I can never say that with the Astros. Like I do genuinely dislike the Astros. I respect what they do and their team, how they were built for sure. But as a Rangers fan, there's no way I can like the Astros.
Well, I can see not liking them, but why hate? Like, we weren't even in the same division until a few years ago.
I think it's different for me when it comes to baseball because there's only two teams in the great state of Texas, and so
Sure.
I just want to be the best team in Texas, and so if Houston's in the way, then that's why I hate you guys.
Okay, so what about the rest of outside of the AL West? So last year, obviously, the Cubs won in kind of historic fashion, first time in 100+ years over the Cleveland Indians, historic losers. Do you think the season will kind of play out the same way? You expect Chicago to have a chance to repeat, or do you have another team coming out of the National League?
So I would be super happy if I go to my grave 100 years from now, and the Cubs still have not won again. So I want that city, I want those fans to wait another 100 years for them to win another World Series. So hopefully not the Cubs. I just for the National League, it's gonna be the same like 5 teams, right? Like the Cardinals, the Giants, the Cubs, the Pirates, Dodgers, Nationals. So I guess like 7 teams. Out of that, I think Washington's gonna pull through. My boy Bryce Harper.
Is he your boy?
I like him. I definitely like him more than you do. I know that.
How much of that is because everyone else hates him though?
I like Bryce Harper because I know baseball is a traditional game and it's like America's pastime and whatnot, but I like Bryce Harper's like new school attitude. I like how he celebrates after home runs. I like how he argues with his teammates, stuff like that. I feel like he's more realistic, instead of like trying to be this 1920s baseball player that was so proper and traditional.
Yeah, no, you're right. He definitely ruffles some feathers, which, I mean, part of that I think puts on a show. But the whole thing, when you say argue with teammates, I think it's just one teammate. I think it's Pablo Bond, and everyone hates him anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, National League. I think.
Hey guys, hold on. I missed everything you guys were talking about. But hey, are the Dodgers good this year? Should I become a Dodgers fan, by the way?
Dodgers over the Angels. Yeah, I'd be okay with you if you became.
I don't think there are any Angels fans in Los Angeles. I don't think I've ever heard of one. So it's only Dodger fans anyway. All right, cool. Thanks. Continue.
Right. Yeah, see you in a few minutes.
You should be a Padres fan, to be honest, for your wife.
Oh, true. Yeah, I'd be definitely okay with that.
Yeah.
Padres over Dodgers.
Yeah, don't be a Dodgers fan. Don't be one of those guys.
All right.
Yeah,
sounds good.
I think all three of us hate kind of everything LA, even though Timmy lives there. But let's go back to the American League real quick. So other than obviously our hometown teams, who do you see maybe having a chance to come out of the AL?
So I'm high on Boston again this year. With that being said, I do think David Ortiz is gonna come out of retirement at the end of the year. And
I'm surprised he hasn't already.
Yeah, and join like the postseason run. So I see that happening. I know this is within our division, but Mike Trout, the best player in baseball. I feel like it's crazy to have like the best player in the entire sport not make the playoffs. But I think it's gonna happen again for the Angels, and so I just feel sorry for Mike Trout. Like I don't think in any other sport you're the best player of that sport, of that league, and you can't even like win more than half your games. I can't believe that.
Yeah, they're very poorly run franchise. I don't even want to look at their kind of salary situation with like $250 million going to Pujols. I don't think he's even halfway through that contract yet. For me, I'm okay with anyone winning. If not the Astros, I just don't want Boston or New York winning. And back to the AL West a little bit. I'm a little scared of Seattle this year. I think they got off to a horrible start last year, but they actually finished relatively strong. So I think they could make a push, kind of dark horse for the division.
Yeah, that lineup is pretty scary.
Yeah, and if their pitching ever rounds it back into form, like with Felix, if he has anything left in the tank, they could make a run. But yeah, Cleveland, I think they kind of had their shot last year, and it's kind of going to go downhill from here.
I agree.
You
I agree with that. Like, there's no way Cleveland can replicate what they did. But I mean, I guess that's what I thought about the Royals too going into last year. But they ended up having a pretty successful year. So who knows?
Yeah. So one more thing about the Major League Baseball. So in a previous one, I think actually is also a question from Chelsea Chen. She asked if we had any rule changes we'd suggest for NFL. I thought we might be able to do something similar for MLB. So if anything, what rule change would you want to see for baseball? I know we both kind of love baseball as it is. We both will watch it kind of every game at like as much as we can, 162 games for our respective teams. But if you could change one thing about baseball, what would it be?
Yeah, the reason why I actually love baseball or watching baseball so much is because outside of, like, unlike the other sports, unlike football and basketball, baseball, you could just have it on TV and have it playing in the background, and then only get to it, when someone hits the ball, or someone hits a home run or something like that, or someone scores. Like, it's always there. You always can listen to it. You can always it's like that's why it's so successful on the radio, is because you can just have it as background noise. With that being said, though, I think the game itself, I think, is just too slow. So the game lasts too long, especially those Boston, New York 5-hour games. Like, it's so taxing and ridiculous to watch. And so any rule changes that help speed up the game is good in my book. I know this year, 2017, they're gonna take away like the 4-pitch, the walk. So they're just gonna like signal to the umpire, hey, we're gonna intentionally walk this guy. You don't have to throw the 4 pitches anymore. That is pretty cool. I mean, that saves like a minute, but I would say that some of the best highlights come out of those intentional walk pitches, because you have like wild pitches, or you have someone like throw it too close to the plate at like 60 miles per hour, and then the guy just like bombs it as a home run. So
Mickey did that a few years ago.
Yeah, so I will miss that, but as long as it speeds it up, I'm good with it. What about you?
Yeah, I agree. A lot of it goes back. My love for the game goes back to a lot of nostalgia. Watching it with my cousins who were staying with us back in the 90s, with the Killer Bees, and my parents and my dad taking us to just Astros games growing up in the Astrodome, and when the new park first opened. So just a lot of good memories there. And I think that's what the league needs. I think. But you're right. They do need to speed it up a little bit, and they have installed like a pitch clock, or the time between innings is gonna be shorter. I'm going back and forth on one particular issue though. Saw a ton of. I mean, a lot of it goes back to how much technology there is in the game nowadays. Every single pitch. Actually, some channels I know just have, which I hate, but like ESPN, if you ever watch baseball games on there, they have the strike zone on the screen at all times. I absolutely hate that. But at the same time, it brings up a valid point. Like, what do you think about having like no ump behind the plate, just like a automatic strike zone that's installed there? So there wouldn't be any more like questionable calls back and forth. And what do you think about that?
Yeah, I think the brilliance of baseball is the human element to it. So like the strike zone can change from game to game, inning to inning, even batter to batter. I like that. Yeah, I like that part of it, and so I couldn't have like robots running the game.
Yeah, I see both sides of it. I see the human element, but man, there's so many bad calls, and yeah, I know it's all subjective, obviously, since it's an actual human being back there. But part of me, a lot of times this past year, especially, like I was just like, man, we should just kind of take away that guy and just have like an automatic call there. But It'd be weird though. It would be weird. But yeah, I think that kind of decent preview for baseball. I think we should call Timmy back here.
Hey, did you guys hear about the proposed rule change about extra innings?
Remind me.
Well, I just did some research while I was waiting, and there's a proposed rule change for extra innings where they would start like the extra innings with a man already on second base.
Yeah,
that sounds awesome.
Okay. No, that sounds horrible.
That sounds terrible.
So the good thing
it's basically like the college football overtime, right? Where they start them really close to the end zone.
But that's like starting at like the 8-yard line.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I like baseball overtime or extra inning games. What do you think, Albert?
No, I fully agree. Like, it's so dramatic and so like heart-wrenching to watch. Like, yeah, I just love how, like, it's because like with baseball, when you're watching baseball, it's like 90% of nothing, right? You're just waiting, and then when a pitch happens, the play itself lasts like a second. But in that split second, like, so much can happen. A home run, a hit by pitch, moving the batter, like, so much can happen. And so
it's like a chess game, yeah.
Yeah, I think the game is perfect. Just the speed needs to change.
Yeah, baseball's sick. All right, I guess we can move on for Timmy's sake. We could probably talk a little more about baseball offline, me and you, Albert. But our second, thanks again for the question, Chelsea. Our second question and final question for the day comes from Troy Wong. And he asks about the shrinking basketball uniforms. Have you guys kind of seen this phenomenon going on in the NBA?
So is he referring more to the tops or to the shorts?
Yeah, that's my question too.
I'm pretty sure he's talking about the shorts because, well, that's at least all I've seen. So it first came to fruition or came to the picture for me this past year. So I followed the Rockets on all the social media outlets that I have, and they always show pictures of James Harden practicing. And when he's practicing, he wears these super short shorts. They're like halfway up his leg, above the knee, and then I just started noticing more and more in the league. I noticed this kid Tyler Ulis from Kentucky, I believe, on the Suns, and he wears them super short too. And I don't know if he just wanted to look taller because he's kind of a shorter guy. When you wear shorter shorts, you look a little taller because your legs are longer. But what do you guys think about this phenomenon?
Well, Derrick Jones Jr. on the Suns, he wears
super short.
The guy in the dunk contest.
Yeah.
Oh,
he does short shorts too. So maybe it's a Suns thing or the young guys. I think it's a question of how short are we talking about? Like, is that like a 7 or 5 inch seam, or is it like 11? Because I think we're looking at basketball shorts as being the huge Jordans. And I think they're just going back to like a regular length now, which I think is okay. Some of those warm-up ones, like that Harden wears, I don't think they look great. But I was thinking actually more about the tops when I saw the question, because Harden wears like a really tight jersey, and I don't think he should.
Up to him. I mean, these are standard issues from.
No, man, the other Rockets don't wear theirs that tight.
Are you sure?
I think with the tops, I think actually Dwight Howard started that when he first entered the league. Especially like,
man, Dwight Howard is such a cancer.
When he was in that dunk contest for the Orlando Magic in the Superman jersey or whatever, like that's his actual jersey. Like that's how tight it was, and so I think he started that whole thing. Yeah, James Harden needs to go up a size for his jersey because you can see his gut, and that's not very appealing to me. But for shorts, I am actually falling along with the trend right now. I prefer short shorts as well when I play basketball. With that being said, though, it's not like just free flowing short. I have to wear like either compression shorts underneath, or if the shorts itself has like a liner already. So there's a lot more protection and coverage. But for
so basically running shorts.
Yeah, like I'm wearing running shorts while we record this pod, which I'm gonna wear for basketball tomorrow. So Yeah, I just like it. In terms of shortness, it's midway up my thigh. Like you can see my quad muscles.
When you're
How,
standing,
Yeah.
that's
okay,
pretty
wait,
high.
how,
So when you're sitting,
midway up your quad, how many inches are we talking about the knee?
1, 2, like 3 inches.
3 is
Wow,
not midway.
The top of the
three
knee or
inches.
the center of the knee.
Center of the
Either way, like even if it's from the top of the knee to like your pelvis, like it's way more than 6 inches total. It's like
center of the knee. Then my shorts fall 4.5 inches above it.
while you're standing.
Still pretty
Yeah,
short.
yeah. While I'm standing.
I guess that is
Okay.
short.
And you're John Stockton. Holy cow.
No. John Stockton is like the opposite. His only went like 4.5 inches down.
Yeah, so I don't think we'll ever get back to like, the 70s and 80s with those shorts. But I mean, yeah, I think the trend is changing just from a performance standpoint too. I personally don't like my shorts being below my knee anymore, even though I think it looks better. It gets caught a couple times on your knee when you're running and playing ball when your shorts are kind of hanging down that low.
When did you guys change to having shorts above the knee? I think I probably started that about 5 years ago or so. But for the longest time it was the long shorts. Like you said, they're too baggy and they got caught and stuff. When did that change for you guys?
It was probably about the same standpoint, or the same time period. It was kind of with the onset of dry fit shorts. Dry fit shorts, I think in general, are going to be a little shorter than the Jordans and stuff we wore back in the day. And it was just, it got so hot and heavy. Like I have some LeBron shorts actually from way back, and they're super thick, and they come right below the knee, and I would wear them, and I gotta like tie them up because they get heavy during the game with the sweat, and they're not breathable either. So I think that was a big standpoint for me.
Man, I was so proud to get those like in college, to have like those big shorts that everybody had. And then, yeah, you're completely right. They just got too heavy.
Yeah,
what
but
about
even in like the baggy big shorts like heyday, the prime years, like mid 2000s, I'm saying like early to mid 2000s was his prime. Even then, like when I wore those Jordan shorts, I would like fold it at the waist. When
Really?
when I was actually playing basketball, I would fold it at least like 1 or 2 times over, just so it like hits above the knee. And so even back then, like they were way too big, even though they were stylish.
Do you guys think it's just because we're getting old? Like, do college kids still like only wear giant shorts, and like they're not going to figure it out until probably 5 more years?
No. College kids are wearing the same stuff.
Yeah, I actually think the college kids are pushing this trend, to be honest.
Oh yeah, those Kentucky kids.
Over the NBA guys, yeah.
Yeah. So I guess it's gonna continue to trend that way in terms of the shrinking basketball uniforms. I didn't even think about the top part of the jersey that you guys are talking about. I will say in kind of Harden's defense, it wasn't Dwight. Dwight just really likes tight shirts. Like I had a chance to kind of go in the locker room back in the day with the media pass, and just casually, like after the game, he's wearing tighter shirts than he does during the game. Like the jerseys kind of don't do justice. I think he just really likes to show off those shoulders. But yeah, do you guys have anything else to add?
Nope, I think we're good.
I mean, yeah, he just wanted to show off his body, and he was strong.
Yeah, Superman. Yeah. All right, well, thanks for tuning in today for Pocket Change Thursday. Again, please throw us a like on Facebook and check out that Facebook post for the giveaway of our secret prize. Gonna keep it mysterious. And give us a subscription on YouTube if you can. All right, thanks, guys.